Hello, sports fans. Welcome to God Next Gaming. We are back with some more NBA 2K17, my GM and my expansion team, the Hartford Hoopers. Making a little bit of a joke there with the play on words for hoopers, like hoop and baskets and stuff like that. Yeah, so last time we left off, we were doing some free agency stuff here, and we are continuing to do that as well. I will say that I lost some footage in between, but I continued playing the game, and some of the footage got lost somewhere, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it got erased off the drive, if I didn't really record, but I did play a lot more of the game, and we're going to see some of the, like I said, some of the free agency stuff here, but then we're going to go ahead and jump into the game itself, where we actually get the franchise going and start playing some games. I haven't decided how I want to approach this yet. I'm going to simulate games in this particular episode right now. So it's going to be simming and building and making some moves and trying to get the team going. Right now we're 0-4 to start the season and not doing so fantastic. But there are other aspects to the game that I'm really enjoying a lot of. And we're going to get into that stuff here as we go along and talk about this stuff. So here we have an interview with the press. Tonight's loss makes 5 straight. Something isn't working here. Any idea what it is? So this is where you have to make a decision and actually give them an answer. We can blame it on the players, the staff, or ourselves. It's me, basically. I built this team. I'm the one people should be pointing their fingers at. So obviously the players like that, the staff like that, but the owner does not. His trust drops, but morale and trust for the staff do go up for the players as well. And then we have a message here where it looks like one of our players is not happy. So Tim Hardaway Jr. Appears to be discouraged. He's at a 70% right now. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this here and see team status. And discouraged by the fact that we haven't given him a contract extension. You should speak with him. I mean, we just started this team like 5 games ago. Hey, Thomas, let's talk about getting me a contract extension. So here we have a couple of choices that you can make. Again, these choices do affect things as you play through, which is really cool. It makes it very interactive, and your decisions have consequences or rewards at that. So going back and forth here, trying to figure out what we want to do. Do we want to promise an extension? Do we want to deny and coddle them? Do we want to just harshly deny it, whatever? We decide that we're going to just kind of get his back. We absolutely want to be part of the Hartford Hoopers family, and that we just haven't had the time to evaluate our finances enough to make any calls on contract extensions. Give me some time, and things will work out. I'm stepping out on a limb here, but if you think I'm an important part of the family, and I am willing to be patient. So, yeah, his morale goes up, and he's happy by our response there. And then we have the trainer who comes in and tells us about an injury, and we have to figure out what to do here. So we're just going to have the coach handle the injury here as I try to figure out the game and get better at it. Just going to let the coach take care of it for now, and we will deal with it later on when we kind of get a better grasp on how things work here. So he likes that as well as the coach. Their trust goes up as well. So let's take a quick look at the roster as it finally pans out. We have that Brandon Ingram kid there, number 1 pick for us, up there at the top of the list as we go through here and take a look and see some of our other players as well. Pretty decent roster. We do need a superstar on here. We don't have one of those. We're hoping that Ingram would turn into one of those, or maybe we could trade for one, or potentially sign one in free agency, which is going to be really tough. Did try to sign a couple of big names players in free agency, didn't quite work out. But we're going to try to work out a trade here too, because we do want to improve the team that we have, and we want to get a better starting rotation here. As I said, we're 0-5, and there's going to be a lot of work going on here. So we do make the move, we do get the trade, and we have to adjust the roster now after our latest move. So we're going to, again, have the coach handle that as I go through to try to figure some stuff out. So we did pick up Patrick Beverly to add him to our starting lineup, and we're going to head and simulate some games here again, and we're going to take another loss as the Hartford Hoopers are now 0-7 to start things off, and we're going to simulate through a couple of more games here to see what's going on. But we do get offered a trade for Richardson and McRoberts. They're going to get Anderson and Tim Hardaway Jr. Maybe we can get rid of that distraction very early on here, which would be huge. And it is a slight upgrade for us on the players that we are giving up. So wouldn't be a terrible trade here. And I'm kind of liking the way it's going to look here. And I do like the idea of Josh Richardson. He is a 76, and we're giving up and Kyle Anderson, who's a 75, and we're getting a shooting guard for it. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We'll make that trade, and Miami agrees as well. And we're going to take a look here now at some of the stats for the players so far through 7 games and all those losses. And we can see that we definitely have to pick up some of the stats here, as Ingram is at the top, our rookie, with 18.2 points per game. And we're going to have to get these other guys moving and working as well. Some other aspects of the game, we could take a look at pricing here. We could see how it's working out for us, is how we're making money. Our attendance has dropped since the beginning. I guess there was some interest when they saw the new franchise, but we're not winning, so they're definitely not happy about what's going on, and we are losing money. Our projected profit is at a negative $21 million, as our expenses are outpacing our revenue as it stands. So we'll have to figure out how to get that working in our favor as well. And there's a lot to it, folks. There's the aspect of running a full franchise. You know, we got to figure out the franchise, the finances and everything. You got to set your concession stand prices and all of that and figure it all out. We're going to sim a couple of more games here as well, just to see if we can't get a win out of this team. Hopefully, potentially somewhere along the way, we don't go like 0 for the whole season possibly. And we do pick up a win and a loss in the next 2 games. We finally get our first win. We're going to simulate a few more. We're going to take another loss. And, yeah, that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, like you said, you know, expansion team, don't got great players. We do get offered another trade here. This one is kind of tempting to get Jose Calderon to kind of replace Zipser, who is a rookie that we picked up in the draft, 69 overall for a 73. I like the jump on that one, but I'm going ahead and I'm going to decline this trade because I don't want to give up Lavernier at all. I want to keep him. I like the way he looks. So now we have a scout coming in. It's the first time for me to set up our first scouting trips. Which prospects should we focus on first? So I do go through and I do look at some of the scouts and I do set it up. I didn't really get a good idea of how this should work for us. I mean, I don't know what these guys are capable of. I don't really have much as far as like a combine type of number or workout type of number for what they are. Basically, it's just kind of like what their rank is according to whoever. And I went in and just kind of picked the best guys I could possibly find that I could pick through 2 rounds of a draft, you know, for the most part. So moving forward here, we're going to do a little bit more work before we actually get into playing some more games. We're going to take a look around and see how things are working out for us. Turner's playing well. Ingram's playing well. His stats are down a little bit. Richardson is coming up, as well as Lavernier and Williams as well are starting to make some impact here for the team. And we can see the other bench players too as they factor in. So now we're going to go ahead and sim a little bit more here. We're going to go against New Orleans. And I'm going to do a sim cast of this one because the head coach comes in and he wants to let us know about Anthony Davis, who's one of the league's absolute best power forwards. You should take a look at the game plan for the Pelicans to make sure we handle him correctly. And you know what? We're going to trust that we have a good game plan here, and we're just going to say, you know what? Don't change a thing. I like it the way it is. Just go in and see what we can do. So we're actually going to watch the sim here. The coach doesn't quite agree. He thinks that Anthony Davis is a special player, and he is in his own right. But we're going to see what we can do here with this team as we sim through and we get close to the end of the half here. We can see Ingram has 17 points already, and so does Lavernier. He is also up there with 7 points so far as we come close to halftime. And then we're going to get into the third. We're going to take a lead here, 77-74, and looking good so far. Lavernier, Turner, all both up there. Ingram at 19 points. And yeah, so we have the lead here, folks, getting into the late third, coming into the fourth quarter. Is this possible that we're going to pull out a win here against a team that's got a losing record as well, just like us, but with a tough player on the roster? We're going to go ahead and come away with a win here, 110-98. Absolutely unbelievable. Loving it right here. You can see Ingram had a huge game, 33 points. Lavernier with 15 points and 11 rebounds. It gets himself a double-double. So does Turner with 12 points and 10 assists. 14 points at a Neto off the bench. And Derek Williams with 11 points as well. This team definitely showed up here, and it had a lot to do with the bench players, I believe, more than anything else. Really good performance here. And, of course, Ingram stepping up and being the superstar that we expect him to be, that he was a second pick overall in the draft here, and we expect big things out of him. So we're happy with the fact that he is playing so well for our Hartford Hoopers right now. So we're 3-10 right now. We've got a 2-game winning streak. Nothing to be too excited about, but we're going to take a look at the stats again as they stand now after that big win. We're back up to an 18.9 for Ingram. Turner factoring in pretty nicely with his 16.3. And we see Bellinelli there. He's got 12 points. Richardson with 10.5. Williams, Lavergne all factoring in as well. Lavergne with those 8 rebounds per game as he's looking pretty decent there. So again, more aspects to what my GM brings you. You do have an opportunity to purchase a team at some point. You need 50,000 VC to do it, but you do get dividends for it coming back to you when you do own the team. So obviously you have to have a good profit level in order to do that. It's going to be an important part of making this, I guess, a more interactive kind of thing for you when it comes to the franchise and itself. So we're going to go ahead and sim again some more games here. The CFO comes to us with a proposition. He has something he thinks we might be interested in. So, you know what? We're going to hear him out. Always interested in hear what you have to say. Jonathan, shoot. So he thinks that we should we really could increase our attendance if we spend some money on a special promotion. And we're going to go ahead and do the bobblehead promotion for that is what we wind up doing. And he agrees to that. So we do get another trade. And we are going to decline that one as well. It was just kind of a ridiculous trade. Here, the press is asking us in another interview what we like most about the team. We're going to tell them that we like our starting 5 right now. That's what we're happy with because they are playing the best. And the reporter doesn't like it, but our players certainly do. It's definitely boosted their morale by 5 for everybody. And that's exactly what we want to see. I mean, that's what we got to be. We got to be encouraging at the same time, not give too much praise because we are with a losing record. And here's another ridiculous trade. They want us to give up Lavergne and a second-round pick for a 72 overall. I'm not sure who Vonleh is, but I'm not going to bite on that particular one. And we're going to round it out here with ending off November with simmed games. And we have a 6-13 record with a losing streak of 1 right now to start things off here. But that's going to do it here, folks. Please let me know what you want me to do here. Leave your comments below and let me know how you want me to approach this. I don't think I'm going to play the games because I'm horrible at basketball in video games. So I'm not really going to do that. But let me know what you think and what we should do going forward. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around the channel, and goodbye now.